Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the tarot, I'm going to use Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. There's the full box. And then if you want to see how they spell their name, there you go. There's a website here on the side, schifferbooks.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you were interested, of course. Supportive Oracle cards, spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. There are their full names if you want to search them out. On the back here are the websites. I see She Who Is Art usually sticks out to me. But that way, if you want to freeze frame and check that out, feel free to. And as usual, I put my dice away. I got new dice, but I'm going to use this one again. It's Amazon. I put my dice away. I have other dice. I have like a 13-sided dice, and I got like a... Anyway, I'm using this one for the dice. I use the D20 for the Major Arcana, which does omit the World and the Fool, but I make it work. I use the D4 to choose the Minor Arcana suit, and I use the D12 to choose which number card, which goes up to Knight, but still I make it work. Alright, I think we're good with that. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. And now, onto your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. This reading is valid for whenever you come to it. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Oh, I like that one. All right. We're already getting hiccups. Why? Why are we getting hiccups? When I read, usually hiccups are talking about stress. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Something needs to be said. Libra usually knows how to get things out there. If something needs to be said, Libra usually knows how to get it out there in a productive way. So this seems like, it feels like we're hitting a repeat moment. So let's be careful with this. Page? No, that's the page. Yes, I mean it's a page. Page of Fire. Page of Fire and the Hermit half in, half out. So I don't think things are currently stuck, but this is talking about either a person or a situation you've dealt with before where it was stuck. And it just you didn't have the maneuverability that you needed. Something looked like it was just random, and it wasn't. That Page of Wands and the Nine of Major Arcana, which is the Hermit, both of them are half in, half out, which I feel like something that didn't look like it was as choreographed. I want to say choreographed. Like something was set up to happen a certain way, but it just the pieces weren't all there to see why it was there. Something was happening for a reason, but people couldn't see why. Like, where was that going? Who was getting something ready? Who was making a plan? There was like somebody was planning something. Somebody was preparing for something, and they just kept it very covert. And it just looked like they were doing random things, or something was random here, and then it got cleared out. And they're like, "Hey, I was going to use that. Well, it got thrown out. It's gone now." It's like somebody's getting ready to print a book, and then people just saw this extra paper, and they're like, "Where'd that paper go? Oh, we gave it away because nobody was using it. I need that paper to print my book. Well, it's gone now. Sorry." Something like that. There's like a repeat of a situation or something to deal with a person where the truth just wasn't out there, and there wasn't any really telltale signs to know that there was more behind the scenes, right? We're getting ready to repeat this, is what I'm getting. It seems to be coming in fairly soon. Somebody who's very self-sufficient and likes to stay that way. All right, that is what it is. I don't see really being upset about that. Somebody can be very difficult too. Can be. There's this earth-fire balance going on here. Earth-fire is what I keep getting. So, we got indecision, and we got the temperance card. Somebody, it seems like they keep emotion. They do seem to be working towards a goal, but it's just like, it's either they're very secretive, or maybe it's just they're maybe very vague. It's either they're very vague about it or very secretive. I don't feel like they either they don't explain it purposefully, or they're just not good at explaining where they're going. They just seem to do it. Some people are like that, and I feel like you probably know what I'm talking about, where they don't explain what they want, they don't explain what they're working towards, they just keep going towards it, they just keep working towards it in different ways, and it's hard for other people to follow what they're doing. It could be purposeful, maybe not. It could be purposeful, though. Some people do that just like they keep a smoke screen so that nobody can get in their way. If you don't know what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, you can't get in my way, or it's less chance you will. Could be something like that. This is a complicated energy. Libra can definitely handle it. I know you can handle it. It's just, it needs a little bit more attention is what I'm getting. It seems like it's not going anywhere. It does seem like they don't know where to go next. They will solve it, and they will keep moving, but the thing is, they're saying don't ignore this. Okay. You got the 9. Try to figure out what's going on with this. There's a possibility here for more. It's better if you know. At this point in the story, I'm not understanding why, but I feel like we're going to find out soon enough. So if you find out what's going on here, I feel like you'll back this person, and you'll be like, oh yeah, they work towards it, they do well, they help everybody else out, they should have their own, yeah, I'll back that, I'll help that happen. I feel like you can be a very helpful person in this situation. It does help. Alright, it does help. Because you can help somebody who tends to do things on their own, make better decisions, bring information that they don't have, help them move forward. You can give them something of more value. This is definitely somebody who, like, if they feel like they can get something of value from you, they will pay that back. This is definitely somebody that, like, you do for them, they do for you. You do for them, they do for you. This is definitely one of those people. I feel like you know what I mean by that. Like, they're not going to help anybody unless somebody helps them first. And if somebody helps them, they're like, all right, well, you helped me. And then they feel that sense of obligation, like, all right, you did for me, let me do for you now. And the more you keep that going back and forth, the better this is going to be for you. This is somebody of high value that seems to hide it. I don't know why they hide it, but I keep feeling like they hide the value that they have. They don't want people to know that they can do what they can do. They don't want people to know. I think they just don't want people to, maybe inadvertently, but there's a lot of value here. You start this volley back and forth. The longer it goes, the more loyalty you're going to get from that person. This is, to me, a lot of times it's a family card. It's not in this situation. It could be. But there's also a very high sense of loyalty with this card, in my opinion. Can talk about a Cancer. Can be a Cancer energy. Doesn't have to be. But very, very, very loyal. Very loyal. Sometimes to a fault. As things keep going forward here, it does get a little bit more complicated. But that's something you can flow with. You can... Alright, so I feel like they're trying to give you some little extra stuff going on here. This connection, if you choose to go that road, will get very pleasurable for you. Because I feel like this person, they do pay attention quite well. They're quite astute. They just usually don't get involved in things. And if they feel that they can trust you to not tell people where you got the information, you might be surprised at what this person can tell you. They don't want to be involved in stuff. No. Don't want to be involved. No. But if you're good to them, you may be surprised at what they'll tell you. Well, Libra, I know it means something to you, and I saw this happening, so I thought I'd let you know. And Just keep me out of it. I don't know nothing, but I'll tell you what I saw, but I don't know nothing. Don't bring me into this. I know it means something to you, Libra, so here, you can have it. Just don't bring me into it. I feel like you're going to be really surprised at what you get from them, and you're going to really be happy. It makes your life, especially if this is a work situation, might make your job a lot easier. A lot easier. It's like quite the advantage. Now, the trick is with this connection, they're very loyal to you, and I feel like they're going to get more and more loyal as it keeps going forward. This is the weird part, in my opinion. I'm going to be careful with this. Things come forward very quickly, and possibilities come forward that you could pass back. Do not set something up for them unless they ask for it. I feel like that might be counterintuitive for Libra, kind of like, no, that would be better for them. Or it's kind of like, no, that would be more money for them. Why would they not want that? Don't move forward with things unless they ask for it. If you want to give that information, say, hey, this is going on there. If I put a good word in for you, or if I put this, that might get you some more money. Would you like that? Would that be okay with you? Be right on the forefront. Right on the forefront. Don't do it. Don't do anything without checking with them first. Even if it's one of those things where I can't really check with them first. I have to either do it or don't. Don't do it. I know it may sound odd, but I'm getting don't do it. It doesn't seem to work for them. For example, because I keep getting an example like of money. Like, yeah, but they could make $10 more an hour. I think they'd want that. It could backfire. It may, for whatever reason, I'm getting like, unless you can ask them first, if it's that quick to touch and go, don't do it. I don't know why, but I'm getting like that could backfire. What I am getting to do is like to keep talking with them every now and then, ask them how things are going, ask them if they want something, ask them this, ask them, just keep in contact with them. Every now and then, they're going to ask you for something that you're going to think is frivolous. Something you're going to be like, it's almost like, they want a new hole punch, or they want a new mouse, or they want a new, manual, so they can thumb through it a little. Or they want a secondary manual. They have their one and they have their notes. They'd like another one, just that wasn't touched, just so they could look back on it. To you, it's going to be like, well, that's frivolous. There's like, what value is, like, that's nothing. That's easy. All you have to do is when they ask for something, especially, because I feel like a lot of it's going to be like, you're going to be like, that's nothing. Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's easy. I can do that. Keep doing those things. That's what they want. If you're going to do something bigger for them, ask them first. Just make sure you check with them first, because they might not want it. And some people, even though it's a big thing or it seems really good, they may get bent out of shape if they think you're making decisions for them. Even though it's a good one, kind of like, yeah, but it's $10 more an hour. They might view that like, oh, you're controlling me now. You're trying to decide what I'm going to do. And that could throw things right out the window. Even though it's a good thing, they may not see it that way, and that changes the whole dynamic. Always ask them first, and it's more about the frivolous things. It's something about these little frivolous things, that's what they want. It's kind of like if you have the ability to say, well, there's a vending machine in the lobby. They're like, oh, I really wish there was those little pink snowball thingies from Hostess. I really wish those were in there. And you're like, I'll see if I can make that happen. And then you make that happen. Like, you talk to the right person. Like, I've heard a couple people would really like those things. You get them in the vending machine. That person's going to be like, wow, Libra, you did that? You're pretty freaking awesome. I love you. Those little things, like, you're like, well, that's nothing. They'll be all over you about it. We're not done with the reading yet. It's just like, where are we going with this? Because there's more to be said here. 9 of Cups. They're not always going to be self-sufficient, because that's half in, half out. And then the Moon card coming in. There's going to be a point where they're not going to be able to be as self-sufficient as they've enjoyed. It's just not going to work out that way. Is it the Four of Swords? Yes, it is. Okay, good. The 5th chakra is the communication chakra. This is the throat chakra, the blue one. I don't know if you want to see that closer for some reason. I feel like somebody might. But there you go. It's all going to start with communication. That is typically Libra's jam. Communication is usually your thing. You can make a lot happen with that. There's going to be a point where they're not going to be able to do things on their own. Things are going to change, whether they like it or not. It's not going to be your decision for that change. The change is just going to happen. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if this is a work situation, like it's almost like things just change and you just kind of have to roll with it. And they're not going to be able to be as off on their own as they used to be able to. You keep in contact with them. They look out for you. You look out for them. The healing card comes in. I feel like that's for both you and for them because there's some change coming up. And it's not like Libra is against change. I don't really feel like Libra's kind of like, in my opinion, if change is warranted and change makes sense, then let's change. Let's do it. You're not into negative change, obviously. But I feel like there's things coming in. There's possibilities coming in. It's just not looking that great. This person's going to help you. You're going to help them. You're going to look out for each other. There's going to be things that neither of you like coming forward that you're going to be able to help each other get through. I don't know. There's a big change coming up is what I'm getting. And whoever this person is, this big change, they don't like it. I don't think you know if you like it or not when it happens. It's kind of like, I don't know. We have to see how it goes. I don't know. They're going to help you a lot. You're going to help them. You're going to help them get into a healthier mindset with it. They're going to help you look out for things that you don't have access to is what I'm getting. They have access to things you don't have access to. So it's very helpful. That's where this seems to be going. It's talking about this change coming up. It doesn't look like it's bad, really. It just seems like it could be a struggle, and it can be a lot less of a struggle for both of you if you stay connected. They benefit you as much as you benefit them. So they're trying to help you get in line with this, and like not only help you get in line with it, but stay in line with it so that it's easier for both you and whoever this other person is. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.